most welcome for our news here at Sararights TV, where we bring you coverages from West Nile, Uganda, and the entire world. Here are our top stories. Arua Self-Empowerment Foundation seeks Ugandan shillings 18 million to sustain education sponsorship for 21 girls in Teregu district. Minister orders arrest of a journalist over story on RDC recruitment. US Alumni Games of Impact turn sport into a movement for community health. Thai teen found in suitcase died from suffocation, police reveals. I am Florence. Let's have the stories into details. Arua Self-Empowerment Foundation, in partnership with Peace for Women, is set to host the third edition of its education charity run to raise funds to sustain the education of 21 girls sponsored at Aripia Secondary School. The organization also plans to support 14 additional girls, bringing the total number to 42, and is seeking over 18 million shillings to achieve the target for this year. The run is scheduled for August 22nd, 2026 at the Katini Sub-County Headquarters in Teregu District. A survey conducted by USEF shows that the O-level completion rate among girls in the district remains as low as 7%, as gap the organization seeks to address through education support. Speaking on Tuesday, ahead of the charity run, Bosco Andiku, the program manager of USEF, said the initiative seeks to address persistent school dropout and teenage pregnancy in the district. He added their main target for this year is 18 million shillings, which will cater for the 28 girls in the secondary school on the face of the vulnerable side. They also school dropout and other barriers to girls' education to encourage parents and children to prioritize education. He further added, because of geographical location, you may be unable to come and run physically. You can send money as a donation to support the girls. The primary school completion rate for girls in Uganda stands at 57.4%, but dropout significantly to between 30 to 32.5% secondary level. West Nile District continued to face educational challenges, including low learning outcomes and significant enrollment drop-offs between primary and secondary school. Sabino Ringwa, the acting communication officer at USEF, said the low completion rate among girls at both primary and secondary level in Teregu requires collective action from the government and development partners. He added that the realized number of learners drop out because of teenage pregnancy at the age of 15, 16, or even less, and they cannot continue with education, and also because he proceeds from the charity run will go towards supporting girls' education. From this to study other things are manager at Peace for Women. West Nile is partnering with girls attributed some case of dropout to gender-based violence affected edition. They identified a lot of dropouts Every youth who have completed primary 7 cannot afford secondary school fees and support education at all level. Two girls selected from each of the 7. In another story, journalist has spent several days arrested in the assistant resident district commissioner. Journalists with the online publication Daily Express last Thursday and detained at Central Police Station in Kampala for alleged of assistant Asitesa is being held at CPS, although several police officers contacted about his detention declared sensitive. According to sources, subsequently asked to remove the story from the Express platform and disclose the source of his capability. As local leaders to end collusion, the journalist reportedly put down the show, after which he was and in another more than 400 people and 28 teams in 2020 standing on spot and by US Exchange Alumni Network Uganda in partnership with Rotary Corporate League and Gazaland UOX. The games brought together professionals, corporate organizations, public and community that supporting and the activity life carrying races relationship Uganda's broader effort to turn professional net impact. The network brings more than professionals who have participated in US government-sponsored exchange programs. Through the network, alumni continue to engage in initiatives focused on health, education, civic engagement, by say the event demonstrated the power of sport to connect people who might otherwise have limited opportunities to interact. Sports have a unique ability to bring people together. People may come to that is what the games of impact are about. Beyond the competition, opportunities for high Canada, while support and volunteers contributed to the white cause events focused on community service rather than competition. Treatment education for US event to the medical is deliberate. Is using sport resources, partnership, and a community. Say the ultimate would be the impact of the recorded real measure of this how the scores happens in Bushi on December 12, 2026. If someone will if this is detected that the games achieve the organization hopes the created house in South brains are shared cause. The event has created bridge between the suitcase education said a 45-year-old on Wednesday. Pattaya City Police Chief Anek Songoyo said she died from suffocation. She also suffered some brain injury, but that was Anek that the Peters and suggested that he in the suitcase. Pressing a child over 15 but under 18 for an committee did not taking her out. Even if he pleaded not guilty, we close every loophole in case in order to prove it that he has committed those 3:34 local time on June Following his arrest, he in self-defense. He reportedly told police he had agreed to pay no cases, but returned to his apartment and he had offered only police top story sponsorship for Ministry of US Alumni Games of Impact turns have the best of you.